all, and welcome to Book Club, episode 13. Yeah, episode 13. Today, we are talking about book 2 of the Vampire Academy series. It's called Frostbite. It's pretty awesome. And yeah, it's kind of a continuation of the last Vampire Academy book talk. I was planning on smushing those two together, but apparently I can't fit them in one. So this one's a little shorter because I was trying to fit them in the one, but then I couldn't because the one for the first one went on forever, but this is the second one. Okay, it has spoilers and everything. If you haven't read any of the Vampire Academy books, go back to my Vampire Academy book 1 book talk, and that one will give you a little synopsis in the beginning of what this world is about. And yeah, they're awesome books. I am on book 5 now, and I'm freaking loving it. Books 3 and 4 were so intense. On to book 2. Another thing I thought was funny in book 1, Rose falls through this bench, and then she experiences the worst pain of her life when she falls. She hears her ankle crack. She wakes up in the hospital. Her ankle is fine, and she's like, "Oh, I guess I was mistaken." It's like, no, you weren't mistaken. Obviously, Lisa healed you, you retard. Anyway, she figures that out, but not fast enough. For someone who's pretty smart, she figures out things in the first book pretty slow. She's like, the reality of the situation hit me. I was taken down by a bench. Yeah, you are. And she thought she could take on Strigoi, and she was taken down by a bench, and she couldn't protect Lisa anymore for that period. I just thought that was funny. Book 2, Frostbite by RICHELLE MEAD. So in this book, you really get to know more the character, like Mason, who's really nice. And in the first book, it's so obvious that he really likes her. So Mason, yeah, he's really nice, but he's no Dimitri, no Dimitri. She has this class, and then this lady and who walks in with the curly hair. I'm like, obviously this is her mom. That's your mom. That's your mom. That's your mom. And then she's like, oh my god, it's my mom. Duh, it's your mom? What is wrong with you, you slow? There's this Strigoi attack, right? And there's Strigoi have never really band together. They're kind of like the Twilight vampires in that it's hard for them to be in one place together without ripping each other's heads off because they have really bad tempers and stuff like that. They're all surprised because this whole family gets massacred by Strigoi, and Moroi can use their magic to put up these wards that Strigoi can't walk through. They use their magic on the stakes that they kill Strigoi with. If they stake the wards that are blocking it, it cancels out the magic and the wards come down. So they found a stake in the snow. Rose found it, where the family had been massacred. The problem was Strigoi can't touch a stake, so humans must be working with them. So they figure this out right in the beginning. Humans must be working with the Strigoi, who must be in a pack because they killed so many guardians and so many Moroi, without any trouble. So we know that. And then later on in the book, she's like, oh my god, humans must be working with the Strigoi. It's real. This changes everything. You knew this from the very beginning. So Strigoi are out there in these big packs, so they decide that it's not safe to go home for Christmas break and see their families because there's all these Strigoi running around. And there's not enough guardians to help to make it to have a safe situation. So instead, they decide to have everyone go to this one ski resort where they'd have a ton of guardians and a ton of wards. Now, I don't know, nothing, this doesn't come to fruition that something happens here, but what kind of idea, let's round everybody up in one area so they can kill everyone at once. So that idea never occurred to you? That's immediately what I thought, you're all in one spot now, so everyone can just come and get you all at once. Wouldn't it be a better idea to spread out so they can't come in a pack and kill everyone? Because it sounds like they're in a pack. Yeah, it does, because you just said that they're working in a big pack. It's just, things like that just kind of pissed me off. I know. Don't get me wrong, the story is still a very fun read. Some lines I thought were funny in this book. My mom beat me up. I informed my reflection. It looked back sympathetically. After her mom beats her up. That was so on purpose. Let her mom hit her. She lost her temper, just like Rose loses her temper. What did you think of Christian Ozera's aunt? She's so nice, and she's so cool, and she uses her magic offensively, which is banned by the Moroi, but you have these Strigoi people after you, and you have magical powers. can you put 2 and 2 together? They don't have magical powers, you have an advantage, and you're not using it. It's just stupid. I really like Christian as a character. Do like him, and him with Lisa, I think they're so cute. And him and Rose are so badass together. Yeah. So, I just don't like her being Christian's aunt, or Dimitri thing, because she wants Dimitri to come be her guardian, because she doesn't have a guardian, because she's like Kung Fu lady. She doesn't need one. But she wants Dimitri, and she wants to be more than that. Like, more than just guardian and Roy. She wants to, like, have a relationship with him. And Rose is like, WTF, and then she starts treating the aunt really bitchily. Rose treats a lot of people bitchily. She has a temper, I mean, but she's nice. And you know she has good intentions. Rose's aunt, like, puts her hand and, like, runs it down Dimitri's arm, and she's like, she placed a hand on Dimitri's forearm, sliding her fingers over the leather of his coat. I eyed those fingers angrily. How dare they touch him? Like he's her property or something. Yeah, this is a dumb moment. How many pages in? She does 279 pages in. Meanwhile, within the first 100 pages, we see that attack that I was talking about before. What we feared, Strigoi working with humans, had come true. This changes everything. It changed everything 150 pages ago, too. Rose, come on. Mason, okay, Mason is just stupid. Like, we know how intense Strigoi are from Natalie in the beginning. She's just young Strigoi, and they get stronger as they get older, just like most vampire things, like True Blood and stuff. Not like Twilight, where the vampires in the beginning are the strongest. Mason's like, I want to go kill some Strigoi. And he's like all hyped up about it all the time, and Rose is like, yeah, you can't handle that, like, it's not what you think, but she doesn't, like, go off on him. I'd be like, it's not dangerous. Last year, I thought I could handle Strigoi, and, like, Rose just knocked me over in 2 seconds. Not Rose. Natalie, like, almost killed me. And then she tells him where they were last seen in Spookane, or whatever the hell it is. I'm like, Rose, Dimitri told you not to tell anybody. But she does anyway, because she, like, goes off in her little temper tantrums, and she was mad at him because of the whole Tasha thing. Tell them that. He disappears, he goes to Spookane with a group of 1 Moroi and another novice guardian, who has never killed a Strigoi, and there's supposed to be a pack of Strigoi here. I mean, like, are you retarded? What's wrong with these people? Are you serious? Like, I'm reading this, I'm like, what? Are you kidding? And then Rose doesn't tell Dimitri, goes after him by herself with Christian. It's just like, I feel like these people are dumb. I mean, I guess teenagers are dumb, but, like, not this dumb. I think you have some common sense that you don't just go after a million Strigoi who kill people in, like, a second. So anyway, everyone gets captured. Surprise, surprise. Okay. Christian can set people on fire. We've seen this. I don't know if it was in the first one or the second one. I think it was the first one. He just sets that kid on fire. But he can set it on fire in a way that it won't even burn him because he insulted Lisa or something like that. But when they're trapped and they can't, and he's been practicing offensive magic with his aunt. But when they're trapped in a basement with 2 Strigoi in there, or 1 Strigoi guard, or human guard, for like a week, and their lives are threatened, Christian Ozera does not think to set them on fire and then get out of there. Rose does not think to set them on fire and get out of there. Like, what the hell? Why couldn't you set them on fire and get out of there before things got so bad? They were, like, starving, and it's just ridiculous. I didn't understand that. And Rose is like, since they've been trained so much not to use it as a weapon, we didn't even think about it till then. We didn't even think about a plan using magic. And I don't know. It just... Did that annoy you? It annoyed the crap out of me. I'm like, just use your magic. Just use your magic. Just use your magic. Why aren't you using your magic? I was like reading page after page and I'm like, what the hell? Why aren't you using magic? They finally use the magic to escape. And oh my god. She's like, we have to do this, Mason, and you cannot come back for me if anything happens. You have to go and get help. You have to go and get help. Repeat, 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 repeat. Okay, so it comes time, and I'm like, of course Mason's gonna come back in. But Mason comes running back in without a weapon, and they just snap his neck, and I'm like, they just killed Mason, and that's it. And I was just like, I can't believe you just did that. I can't believe Mason just died. And I was thinking Mason was gonna die because he's a nice kid, and he's funny and everything. But it's kind of his fault that he died. Rose told him not to come back, and then she feels all guilty because her friend stupidly ran in and got his neck snapped. And then Rose hacks their heads off and was like, go Rose! And then Mia, who was such a bitch in the first one, I forgot to ask you what you thought of Mia. Like, did you ever think she was gonna come around and, like, be nice? Like, I was not thinking that. And then she comes around and, like, we kind of learn her motivations and stuff, and we grow to like her, actually, and she's kind of cool now. She uses her water ability, and she helps Rose. Another instance where Morroy's using their magic and helping a guardian fight Strigoi, and Rose kills her first two Strigois, and Rose is, like, awesome, because she has Dimitri, like, God, to train her, so she's really, really awesome, and she kills these two Strigoi the hardest way, cutting their heads off. And then she gets her first two marks, but she's really messed up, because this guy, Mason, her really good friend, has just died. Yeah, that's basically how book 2 ends. I mean, Lisa's been on these antidepressants, so she doesn't cut herself anymore. Yeah, so tell me your thoughts on this book. Did any of these things annoy you? Who's your favorite character? I'm going to say my favorite characters are Christian, definitely Christian, and Rose. Lisa kind of pisses me off sometimes. I know she's nice and everything. And, okay, let me just say really quick before, I mean, this applies to all the books. Why doesn't Rose ever tell Lisa about Dimitri? I mean, it just annoys me. I'm just like, she keeps things to herself too long. Like, spit it out and tell her. Yeah, what annoys you about these books? But don't get me wrong, I love the books. I'm not saying anything like I don't like them. I'm just like, there's a lot of stuff in the first two that are really obvious, and Rose is, like, so slow. Either way, I love the books, so tell me your favorite characters. For once, my favorite character is not the love interest, Dimitri. I mean, I like him, but Christian is awesome, and so is Rose. Who's your favorite? What's your favorite part? Let's see my favorite parts. My favorite part of both books is the action section when Christian and Rose are kicking ass, and when Rose kills a Strigoi. Yeah, at the end of both books. So what's your favorite part? Oh, I also like when she was, like, under the lust charm with Dimitri, but always sad with Dimitri because it's just, he's always like, oh, this is wrong, we can't be together. It's just, like, depressing. Let me know what you think of the books. If you haven't read them yet, I recommend them. I recommend the series. I think it's very entertaining. Just the first one kind of wasn't, like, you have to get past the first one. And then you learn to, like, you don't learn to, you start to develop connections, like, stronger connections with the characters, so you care about it more. If I did not like them, I would not keep reading them. If I don't like a book, I can't finish it, really. I just stop reading it, and, yeah. Yeah, my bookshelf, see? Cool, right? On my bookshelf again. That's it for today. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it's twitter.com/XTINEMAY. And you should add us on Facebook, facebook.com/CMARProductions with a Z, not an S at the end. We have a Tumblr blog, pullman's20.tumblr.com, TUMBLR. You're awesome. Thank you for watching. Leave me a comment so I don't feel like I'm talking to myself. I want to hear your opinions. Yeah. Okay, I'll see you next time in, like, I don't know, 2 weeks? Around then? Depending on how much work I gotta do? Awesome. Yep. Okay. Peace out. Adios. Bye.